You've probably had to re-explain your tone, your formatting, and your preferences to Claude a dozen times this week. What if you only had to do that once? This is lesson 5 of the Claude Masterclass. Today, we are covering skills. We briefly touched on them in lesson 2. In this lesson, we are going much deeper. By the end of this video, you'll have a working skill that writes in your voice every single time with zero re-prompting. First, what is a skill in Claude? A skill is a set of instructions that Claude loads only when it's relevant to what you're asking. That's different from a project. A project loads everything all the time inside that workspace. A skill stays out of the way until you actually need it, then it activates automatically. A skill is task specific. It only kicks in when the task matches, and skills aren't limited to Claude. Claude already comes with a few built-in skills. Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and PDF creation. You've probably used them without even realizing it. The real power comes from building your own. We'll create one in this lesson. Right now, go to Settings, then Capabilities, and make sure code execution and file creation are turned on. Skills won't work without them. Now go to Skills under the Customize tab on the left. Here you'll see all the active skills you're using. You'll also see the Create skill, which helps you build another skill. It's amazing and incredibly useful. If you click and open any skill, you can toggle it on or off. If you open the three-dot menu, you'll find a few more options like Edit, Download, Uninstall, and more. If you have a team plan, you can share that skill too. Now, let's go back to the Skills menu. Click the Browse button and you'll open the directory of pre-built skills that you can download and use for now. Close everything and start a new chat. Here's quick proof that skills work automatically. I'm adding our Q3 numbers document to Claude. I'll type, create a one-page PowerPoint summarizing our Q3 numbers. It asks me a few questions to generate a better result. Let's answer all of them. Now watch. I never said use the skill. Claude automatically used the PowerPoint skill because it recognized the task. That's the whole point. Most of the time, you don't manually invoke built-in skills. Claude decides when they apply. Now, let's build a custom one. We'll use the Skill Creator skill for this. Open a new chat and type this. Use the Skill Creator to build a skill that writes in my voice and tone. Here are 3 examples of things I've written. Then paste in samples of your own writing. An email, a caption, or a post. The more specific you are, the better. Claude will ask you a few questions. Answer them. Now it's showing a few test samples. Let's approve them. Claude drafts the skill itself. The name, description, and the actual instructions are all based on your answers and your writing samples. Review everything. If something doesn't look right, just tell Claude directly. Once you're happy with it, save it. You'll see a save option appear and the skill will be added directly to your skills list. Now, for the real test, open a brand new chat, type one simple line. Write a LinkedIn post about our new product launch. Click the plus sign in the chat bar and add the skill we just created. No tone instructions, no examples, nothing. Look at that. It came back sounding like you wrote it because the skill already knew. Before we wrap up, a word of caution. Only install skills from sources you trust. A skill can include scripts, and a malicious one could try to do something you didn't intend. Always check what a skill actually contains before turning it on, especially if someone else shared it with you. My recommendation is to create your own skills whenever possible. As you saw in this lesson, it's easy. In the next lesson, we are covering connectors and MCP. That's how you connect Claude directly to apps like Google Drive, so it can read your real files, not just what you paste into the chat. If this video helped you save hours of reprompting, hit the like button and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.